Okay, today we are going to talk about Adobe Audition. Speaking about Adobe Audition, it is a tool and a software that is being used to create and edit soundtracks, and you can also use it to modify existing soundtrack as well. And so this is the interface of Adobe Audition when you first open it. And to better explain it, let me try to open an audio track. Okay, it would open a lot of medias, and most commonly supported media would be MP3, which is you probably are familiar with it. Okay, so this is the initial screen of Adobe Audition, and as you can see at the upper left is a file explorer which shows you the currently open MP3s or audio tracks, and right now I only have one track, so there's only one entry. And as you have more tracks, then you can actually switch to different tracks with just double clicking it here. And in here is the effects rack and media browser, which would control the filters and the effects that you want to you wish to make to changes to the audio tracks that you have. Okay, and here is the history. And to the right hand side here, you can see the big screen here is actually the screen that is showing the wave, showing the audio track in waveform. So as you can see, so it's divided into upper and lower half. The upper half corresponds to the left channel, and the bottom part corresponds to right channel. So as you can see, right now both of the left and right channel are the same, which means if you use a earphone to hear, the volume in both ears should be the same. Okay, so let's look into just the left channel first. Okay, in each of the channel there should be a line in the middle. You see, corresponds to no sound. As you can see here, is negative infinity, and it is saying about the volume level in terms of dB. And as it is in the center, which means there's no sound. And whenever there's some magnitude vertically, it means there's sound. And the more the magnitude, the more the sound, which means we have no sound in the first part of that, like the highlighted I have. There will be no sound until suddenly here there will be a really loud sound, and then the sound will continue to fade away. Okay, so let's try to hear that. I just hit play, no sound. You see a sudden explosion which will fade away. Okay, as you can see in the bottom, there's also levels, shows you the sound level. Okay, there's no sound, sudden big sound, and then fade away, and go on. Okay, let's stop it by now. So being able to read this will actually let you know that how big is the sound, and where would you anticipate there's loud sound and not so loud sound. Okay, as I move the timeline here, you see the red one here, the red bar here is the timeline. You can see there's a consecutive of loud and then fading out, loud again, fading out, not so loud, fading out, and then getting up, down, and then loud, fading out, and then really loud. Listen to the audio as you see the timeline proceed. And see, this is really interesting, and this particular part only happens in the left channel, which means there's no sound on the right hand side. And as we play it, you can see the level here, and then there's only left channel. The right channel, there's nothing. Okay, here's the basis of how you read the different panels in Adobe Audition. And next thing I would want to say is, I would want to teach you is, okay, while we have no sound in the beginning, so you can see people have to wait for like 3.5 seconds before the first explosion comes up. Okay, so most likely, well, when sometimes in cases like this, you may not need the first few seconds. If What if you want the explosion sound to happen right immediately after you hit the play key? So of course we are going to remove this bar. Okay, I can actually zoom in here a little bit, zoom in the line a little bit, and then I can actually use this. This is the overview of the sound channel, and while I zoom in, you see it shows only the front part, and I can move the front and back. Okay, so basically what I'm needing is, okay, I do not need this part, right? So I can highlight it by just dragging the mouse in the corresponding timeline area, and then what I can do is I can hit delete button or right click, just cut or delete would also work. See, now the front part disappear, and you see the audio start with the explosion right away. Okay, so assuming that I just need this part, say this 5 seconds of explosion, and don't need others, I could, well, in one time is selecting all the others and then remove them, or in another way, I would just select this part and I can just copy to new. Okay, that will work as well. So you can see there's an untitled 2 here. So this is a new audio track. So I just copy from this MP3 a new track. And as you can see, when we zoom in the 5 seconds, you can see the squeezed audio lines. You can all see all of them. And when we play it, it's only 5 seconds. Okay, we can see the explosion sound is almost out here. So I think we could safely remove this part as well. I can just hit delete and make it a 3.3 second, 3.4 second audio. So if you're good with it, you could just save it, file save as. As you can do save it as an MP3, and I just say explosion effect. Okay, and I'm going to save it to desktop, maybe. So after save, it will become an MP3 file, and yes. So you can see anything that you saved would be in here, and you can see the first audio file, there's a star here indicating that this is unsafe. It requires saving because we just removed the beginning part and so we haven't saved it. So this is the notification only. And so here are the ways on how you on the basic editing. And so I would just open another one. So for example, there's an audio track. When I play on it, you can see it's really soft because you can tell from the magnitude of the audio wave. It's not very loud. I can actually increase the volume. I can also adjust the volume. Say if I select all, what I can do is you can see there's a dB here, right? I can just drag to increase the volume or decrease the volume, okay? I can drag left or right to increase or decrease the volume. If I increase the volume like this way, so the audio track will become a lot louder. When I play again, well, comparatively, it's a lot louder than what we had. Okay, say for example, we'll play from here. See that? So if there's a chance that I just want starting from here, and I want the track to end in here, I just delete the rest. So here the track starts from something and ends from something. So let's play. So it starts abruptly, and if I want to create a fade, I can also try to create a fade in and fade out effect. And look at, there's a square here. It's fading. If I drag on it, I will drag it to the left hand side. You can see the track will actually try to start to fade in from nothing. And as I drag up and down, I can select the magnitude of fade in and fade out as well. If I go down, it will be really silent and fade in slowly. And if I drag up, it will fade in quickly. So It depends on your need. I will just maybe fade in like this way. I will just use 3 seconds to fade in from nothing and evenly fading in. See that? So you just fade in and then in here as well. I don't want it to stop abruptly, so I want to create some fade out effect. So this is the way that I can do fade in and fade out effect as well. Okay, so that's another technique. And what if I just want to, if I want to increase or decrease part of the volume? Say for example, this part is not too big, and I actually want it to be as loud as other part. So what I can do is I can just select this part and I drag on the dB. I can just partially increase the volume of this part, as you can see. So you can, well, you can, in this way, you can actually adjust the volume as much as you like. Okay, so it's all depending on managing the height of these audio lines, which represent how loud it is. Okay, so here are how do you manipulate an existing sound. What if you want to record your own voice or record some sound? It's really easy. I'll hit File, New, Audio File. I'll new an audio file. Okay, and I just hit Record here. Hello, hello, testing, 1, 2, 3, 4. As you can see, the audio wavelength will actually be correspond to how loud I speak. I say hello, hello here, and then I suddenly speak really loud, and then I speak really soft, and so let's play. Hello, hello, testing, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so if I don't want myself to be that loud, I just select this part and make it downwards. Okay, let me play. They should be more proportional. Hello, hello, testing, 1, 2, 3. Okay, if I still feel it's too loud, then I just continue to remove it. Okay, so this is the way of how we are going to do on recording. And of course, after you record yourself, you can do removing the front and the empty. I mean the seconds that there's absolutely no sound, and then you just save it. Okay, so here is the basis of editing in Adobe Premiere Pro.